Legal basis for normative breaches by authorities. A statutory and constitutional indictment. Municipal executives, council delegates, state legislators, and the gubernatorial authority violate federal and state legal frameworks by promulgating and enforcing these allegedly racist statutes. Under Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, racial discrimination, here, against Caucasians, constitutes a federal infraction. Their conduct breaches 42 U.S.C. Section 1981, ensuring equal contractual rights, by disproportionately encumbering one racial group. Additionally, Nebraska revised Statute Section 20 to 148, enabling civil recourse for rights violations, paradoxically inculpates these actors for discriminating against Caucasians through their own legislative artifacts. Law enforcement personnel, judicial authorities, and prosecutorial agents exacerbate this breach by enforcing these statutes with biased application, contravening the same normative standards they are tasked to uphold. Criminal violations of anti-discrimination mandates, a triadic normative infraction. These actors face criminal liability for transgressing 3 anti-discrimination mandates. 1. Title VII infraction. By enforcing policies targeting Caucasians, they violate federal employment equity norms. 2. Nebraska FEPA violation. Their selective enforcement against Caucasians breaches state anti-discrimination protections. 3. 42 U.S.C. Section 1983 transgression. Acting under state authority, they deprive Caucasians of equal protection, a civil rights violation. Civil rights violations and sanctions, a triadic constitutional breach. Each entity and actor commits 3 civil rights violations. 1. Equal Protection Clause, 14th Amendment targeting Caucasians denies equitable legal treatment. 2. First Amendment, suppressing Caucasian dissent via selective enforcement abridges expressive freedoms. 3. Due Process Clause, 14th Amendment arbitrary enforcement undermines procedural fairness. Sanctions align with jurisprudential precedent, such as EEOC v. Abercrombie and Fitch Stores Incorporated, 2015, imposing monetary penalties and injunctive relief. Here, fines up to $50,000 per violation, statutory repeal, and federal oversight are warranted. Hate and anti-bias normative breaches, FBI jurisdiction a triadic statutory offense. These actors violate 18 U.S.C. Section 249 and Nebraska revised Statute Section 28 to 111 by fostering anti-Caucasian bias. 3 breaches include: 1. Policy disparity. Enforcement disproportionately penalizes Caucasian noncompliance, evidencing racial animus. 2. Rhetorical incitement. Official narratives exacerbate racial tensions against Caucasians. 3. Selective adjudication. Targeting Caucasian dissenters reflects hate-driven abuse. The FBI's mandate to investigate systemic bias necessitates intervention. Federal DOJ investigations. A dual normative inquiry. The Department of Justice may investigate under 1. Title VI, examining state-funded programs for anti-Caucasian bias. 2. 42 U.S.C. Section 14141, addressing systemic discriminatory practices by state actors. Nebraska state statutory breaches, a dual normative violation. Violations include: 1. Nebraska Rev. Stat Section 48 to 1104 prohibits employment discrimination against Caucasians. 2. Nebraska Rev. Stat Section 20 to 139 ensures equal access to public accommodations. Municipal statutory breaches, local normative violations. Local ordinances mandating non-discrimination are breached by anti-Caucasian enforcement practices. Additional normative breaches by charitable entities, extralegal infractions. Certain charities may violate Title VI with race-specific scholarships, facing sanctions like loss of tax-exempt status. Rumors of impropriety and fiscal malfeasance, allegations of normative corruption. Speculation suggests collusion between officials and activist entities to misallocate funds, necessitating audits and prosecutions. Societal detriment, a normative and structural catastrophe. These actors erode trust, fragment communities, and destabilize Nebraska's social order by transforming law into a mechanism of racial retribution, disproportionately impairing the Caucasian majority.